Hello, welcome back to Soai. So today we are in Brooklyn and we're going to be checking out Junior's Cheesecake to see if it is a tourist trap or not. Now, what is a tourist trap? I learned about that phrase a couple months ago when I went out to Philly. A couple people under a video comment were saying, hey, there's better cheesesteaks out here. You know, that place you went to was a tourist trap. Now, a tourist trap is usually a restaurant that is really overpriced. It's usually in places where there's a dense population of tourists. So you're thinking of places like Times Square, South Beach, Miami. And they target people who don't know much about the area. So let's say you come to New York, you don't know the food spots. That's why some of you guys watch food content creators. And you come here and you just go where everyone is going. Does it mean that the food is necessarily good? No. Usually those food spots don't have the best quality either, and they just, again, pry on people who do not know. So today we're gonna check out Junior's Cheesecake. Now, I won't spoil it for you. I have eaten from Junior's before. However, I ate the cheesecake in the supermarket. So I had the supermarket version. I don't know if the quality is any better or if it's any worse. So we're gonna go down to Junior's and we're gonna try some of their cheesecake. Now, culturally, I'm from the islands and that's not something that we make in particular. Now me, I'm a big fan of a New York styled cheesecake. My grandmother back in the day, she didn't know what a cheesecake was. So we had gotten her one for her birthday or something of the sort. She tried it and she threw it away because she thought that the cheesecake was spoiled. Now cheesecake, if you've never had it before, some of them have a kind of tart flavor to it. So it might seem like it's spoiled, but it's not. All right, so we just pulled up to their location that is on 386 Flatbush Avenue. That's in Brooklyn. As far as I'm concerned, they have two locations. The one that is behind me, that is the classic. That is the first one. Now, we did talk about tourist traps being in specific locations. Now, they do have one in Manhattan, which is somewhat of a trap. If you see it and you see a long line of people there, you're gonna go inside. Now, what I did not know is that they serve not just only cheesecake. I thought they only had cheesecake. It's actually a diner, so they have all the American diner items, but I'm not in for that today. Cheesecake only. First off, it's nice and warm in here. Outside it's super cold. And the moment you walk in, man, you feel like you've walked into a diner. If you've watched one of my previous videos, I did say that I love diners. So just to give you guys a quick little peek of what it looks like in here, diner looking neon lights on the walls, a bunch of memorabilia on the walls, and of course you guys have the cheesecakes. All right guys, so they got me. I'm a huge fan of diners, especially the American style diner. And in here it looks super, super beautiful. So what am I getting today? I'm definitely getting the cheesecake like I mentioned before, but I think they have this type of corned beef sandwich. So you know, for us in Jamaica, we do have corned beef sandwich, but this is supposed to be next level and it's one of their more famous things. So they don't only make cheesecake, there's a lot more to the menu. All right, let me just take a second and I'll get back with y'all. So, cool story. I walked in just to look at the place and I was about to go eat outside. And guess who I encountered? The owner of the place. So he's gonna give us the hookup right now to almost everything that's popular here, which is, look at God. I do this thing for the love of it. A lot of the restaurants I go to, I pay my way. I don't ask for free stuff. So when these stuff happen, it's just like, wow, you know? It's a blessing and I'm so appreciative of you guys who follow the channel and respect my honesty and leave a comment and like and share all those fancy stuff. All right, I await this platter of stuff and I'll tell you exactly what I think. Thank you, sir. That's the brisket? Okay. And this one is the pastrami.
This is our corned beef pastrami combo special. Fresh onion rolls, fries, corn beef, and pastrami. And that would brisket, roasted peppers and onions, some mozzarella cheese, and beef au jus.
Thank you. This is the beef au jus you said, right?
Yes.
That's for the dipping.
That's for the dipping, yes.
Wow. Ooh. This. Yes, ma'am. This looks fantastic. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. No problem.
Oh, it's on French fry. That's what that's the au jus dip.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. So in Jamaica, you hear about corned beef, and that comes out of a can. This is the real deal. So we have corned beef, brisket, slapped in between two buns. The best part about this is that there's so much more meat than bread. You've been to so many places and it's just mostly bread over meat. You're getting the whole 9 yards. And then you have some large cut French fries. Never seen French fries this size before, but I'm interested to check this one out. Let's go for the French fry. Let's see what it's like. Nice thick cut French fry. I like that they don't add any salt on it, so you can add your own salt. That's a really healthy, beefy cut of French fry. So the inside is nice and soft, and the outside is that classic, nice, crispy outer layer. This would feel like somebody just slices up some fresh potatoes and fries it at the same time. Ooh, I wish one of you was here to help me with this because this is so much food. Let's see if this is worth it.
So we good?
Wow, this is corned beef. Off the rip, the meat is tender. I could just use my fingertips and just break this apart so easy. It's nice, thin slices that are put together to make this big mound of meat. It's not overly corned. You're not getting a bunch of saltiness from it. It's like a nice, rich corn flavor. And then the bread is exactly what you'd want. And then that brisket, it adds a nice little light level of charred flavor and a slight hint of smokiness. Look at the amount of meat that comes between these buns. It's crazy. Now they did give some pickles. Both of these together, it's like a really good combination. It feels like I'm actually in a diner. Well, I am. I am not gonna lie. When I saw this, I thought that it was a cup of tea. Now, this is actually a beef au jus. So, what that really means, it's a French word, but what it means is this is the juices of the beef. So it's not thick like a gravy, it's light. Salt level should be kind of low on it. There should be spices like herbs, like onions and stuff like that in there. So this is the dipping sauce, but I am going to taste it. Wow. That's almost like a soup. Nice, rich flavor. It's actually brighter and a little bit deeper than I thought it would be. It's pretty good. That's gonna make an awesome dipping sauce. Well, au jus. Yeah, the au jus, yeah, definitely. I drank that like a soup just now. It's delicious.
Well, it's made from scratch.
Yeah.
Everything here is.
Really?
Everything. Every salad dressing, every soup, every sauce. No. You buy this, but let's make it. We're not, you know how many people we need a full kitchen just to make French fries.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
When you do the kind of business we do, it's kind of hard. But I love those fries.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
I'm a steak fry guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, so now we have the brisket melt. So there's sauteed onions, sweet peppers, of course brisket, and there is mozzarella cheese. And of course, my soup, my au jus, comes right on the side there. let's go in. A lot of these things here for me, I would say, are somewhat for some of them. Ooh, look at the cheese pull. Oh my gosh. So it's refreshing to know that everything here is made from scratch. So the au jus, the pastrami, the brisket is made from scratch. And that's kind of hard to find here in the city. A lot of places are just put together stores. They order in bulk and then just throw something in a fryer and they give it to you. Except this. The owner said that they actually buy these. It would take too much manpower and time to make French fries of this quantity. All right, we are going to dip. Whoa. I never thought I'd be dipping my sandwich in au jus. Does it make sense? It makes a lot of sense. The way the bread soaks up that nice, hearty, rich flavor from the au jus, it just intensifies it. It makes it really, really good. The only thing I would say, of course, don't dip the whole thing because it would get soggy, but it really, really works with this. Oh my gosh, look at that. I never thought I'd be doing that, but that is absolutely worth it. Wow, that is absolutely worth it. That is dope. I think I have to point this out. I think here has really good hospitality. The moment I walked in and the owner spoke to me, it was just like, hey, how could I help you? It was never felt, I don't know, it never felt intimidating, never felt like, oh, what are you doing here? It just felt very welcoming. It felt like they wanted you to be at your restaurant. And you guys been watching my content. I've been to a couple places that, or you might have gone to a couple places where you sit down and you don't feel quite welcomed. I appreciate that. I felt welcomed here. All right, this is kind of new to me. I don't think I'm gonna enjoy this part here. So this is obviously beets. Tastes like pickled beets. Yeah, I see. Which would make sense. Purple onions here. So where I'm from, we have something called escovitch, which is very similar to this. You know, it's pickled. Pickled and escovitch is quite similar. It's acid-based, where they will use things like vinegar, they season it a little bit. So this tastes pretty much like that. If you love beets, you're gonna like that. Does it taste good? It does. Would I order it? Maybe not. All right, let's try their coleslaw. This coleslaw seems pretty simple. Doesn't seem like they're doing the most with it. I'm mainly seeing the cabbage, the carrots, and a couple sweet peppers here or there. I thought I was not gonna like it, but I do. Okay, if you had coleslaw, like the Jamaican version of a coleslaw, this tastes exactly like that. You could taste a bit of that acidity from like vinegar or maybe lemon juice. And then there's some sweetness, probably granulated sugar. So it is nice, it's crispy, it's crunchy. It absolutely tastes fresh. It doesn't taste like it's coming from a bag. It seems like someone's back there chopping this thing up. Yeah, it's good. Damn, I did not expect to come here and eat all this because I have so many other places to check out today. But this, I think my favorite thing would be this one here. Why do I like it? It's a very interactive dish. You get the chance to kind of like put something together on your own. If you don't want to try this, then that's cool, but you get to play with your food a little bit. And for me, I love going to places where I can interact with the meal a little bit more. if you grew up watching, you know, movies from like the 80s or the 70s, like you would see someone doing something like this. And from my culture, I've never had this kind of experience, and to come to New York and have this, that is what I expect as a tourist. You want to come to a place and try something that's different and separate and apart from where you're from. If I were to rate these, this is easily a 10. Love everything about it, put together really well. And because I prefer this one more than this would be like an easy 9.5. Everything fantastic. But I'm here for the cheesecake. So what's my take so far? Is it a tourist trap? No, definitely isn't a tourist trap. I think everything that they provide here is really authentic, really diner style, very American. And of course, there's a little bit of an influence from Italians and stuff like that, but really good. Wow, so we have our cheesecakes here. So on this side, obviously you have the plain Jane, which is the vanilla, and over here we have the strawberry. Now, what is a Junior's cheesecake? It's a classic New York style cheesecake that is made with rich cream cheese, eggs, heavy cream, and vanilla, which is kind of a dense custard filling. One of the main features of their cheesecake is it doesn't have a graham cracker base. They actually use a light sponge cake. The cheesecake is baked, it's not chilled, often in a water bath with this slow, gentle baking, helping to give it this smooth, creamy, and velvety texture. All right, which one do I go with first? The vanilla or the, I thought it was just gonna be some basic cherries on top, but this looks like there's jellos, strawberries, a bunch of stuff is going on with this one. Let's try the original. I just love me a New York styled cheesecake. I love how denser it is. I like the fact that it's baked. I don't think nothing beats the New York style. Drop in the comments which one is your favorite. Rich, creamy, decadent. There's a light, very light tartness, very light. Not too sweet. It's, bro. And for me, I might have some haters on this, but I prefer the sponge base than the graham cracker base. I think with the sponge cake base, you can mess with how much sweetness you want on it. With graham cracker, it's already sweet. It does add a nice texture to graham cracker, I must say. But this is simplicity at its best. Sometimes you just don't need the extra stuff, man. This is the best cheesecake I've ever had. If it goes any higher than this, it's a crime. Even the baked top, it has the ever so light textural difference to the center part. It's almost like a light little skin that just adds to the experience, my boy. Does this one taste better than the one in the supermarket? Quite frankly, I think they've maintained their quality very well. They've maintained the quality really, really well. So in the supermarket, they will have these in like some pre-packaged slices. And let me tell you, man, divine. I don't remember the price of it. Maybe it's around, I don't know. But this slice is somewhere around $9. I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. If you love cheesecake, man, you gotta come here. Oh my gosh. All right, now to the intimidating one. This is very intimidating. Very intimidating. I said it was kind of like, it looked kind of like a Jell-O, but not quite. Feels kind of gelatinous, but it's at the same time a little bit sticky. Almost like a compote. I'm not sure. Look, you see? You see how it pulls? It's almost like when you were kids and you would be pulling gummy bears after a while. It has that consistency. Let's try that with a cheesecake. It seems like the base on this one is different though. This does taste like a graham cracker base. Sorry.
It's actually a pie crust.
It's a pie crust.
The pie crust on the bottom.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so the manager passed by and he said it's actually a pie crust. So I would say the pie crust, if you're skeptical of just doing the sponge cake and you like the graham cracker version, the pie crust I would say is like a nice little cross in between. It has a nice denser feel, which goes pretty well with the cheesecake, but I do prefer the original one. I absolutely prefer the original with the sponge cake at the base. That for me is amazing. All right, let's go in fully with a full strawberry. Full dollop here. This is what it is. This one for me is not bad. If you want all the fandangos and you like strawberries, I'll definitely tell you to go with it. But the original one, if you are just really in for the cheesecake, that is the one. But beautifully, they have so many other flavors, so whatever tickles your fancy, they're gonna have you covered. I'm so sad I can't bring you with me, baby. I have so many good places to go. I know. I love you too. All right, getting ready to leave. So I'm just gonna show you guys a quick walkthrough of the dining area. You realize it's big, seats a lot of people. And if you want that dining New Yorker experience, this is the place. Oh my God, I forgot how cold it is outside. Inside was so warm. And also the hospitality was really warm. I can't say that enough. I want you guys to drop as many likes as you can on this video. If you never usually drop a like, drop a like today. I want this video to go really well because it is my favorite cheesecake in New York, and again, the hospitality was great. This morning, while I was walking towards the train, I prayed to God. I'm like, yo, God, thank you for continuously blessing me. But if you could bless me a little bit today so we could continue to grow, I'd appreciate it. And this might not seem like the biggest thing, you know, a meal, a free video. To me, it means a lot because these small things push you along. And I know some of you might feel a little bit down today and you came on YouTube to watch a video to up your spirit. Look out for the small things, because sometimes it's these small things that are the signs for you to keep going and doing whatever it is that you're doing, man. All right, don't mean to sound so philosophical, but I'll catch you guys on the next video. Remember these three things: love, nature, and adaptation. And always remember to keep the link.